You can memorize every definition in a textbook and still fail to understand the subject. You may remember the right formula, repeat the correct answer, and even pass the exam. But when the question changes, you may suddenly feel lost. Why? Because remembering information is not the same as understanding it. Understanding begins when concepts connect. Exploring study through poetry, the philosophy of study. Hello, I'm RealIdeal, a philosopher of study. Today, we will focus on one passage from my poem, Knowledge and Concepts. Let's begin. Knowledge begins when concepts connect. Knowledge, then, is understanding how concepts connect, how those connections form a structure, and how a principle works within that structure. We often imagine learning as putting more information into the mind, a new word, a new definition, a new formula, a new fact, but information can remain separate and isolated. We may know the meaning of each individual term without understanding how the terms relate to one another. In that state, we possess information, but we do not yet possess deep knowledge. A fact becomes useful knowledge when it finds its place within a larger structure. Consider the concept of speed. A student may memorize this formula. Speed equals distance divided by time. The student may write it correctly on an exam, but memorizing the formula does not necessarily mean understanding speed. Understanding begins when three concepts connect: speed, distance, and time. When the same distance is covered in less time, speed increases. When a greater distance is covered in the same amount of time, speed also increases. Now the formula is no longer a sentence to remember. It has become a relationship the student can reason with. The concepts have formed a structure, and within that structure, a principle begins to work. No concept exists entirely alone. A concept gains meaning through the concepts around it. Speed connects with distance and time. A historical event connects with people, institutions, conflicts, and economic conditions. A scientific observation connects with causes, evidence, mechanisms, and explanations. The more clearly we understand these relationships, the deeper our knowledge becomes. This is why knowledge is not simply a list. It is a network. A list of facts tells us what exists. A map shows us where each idea belongs, what lies beside it, what supports it, and where it may lead. Without connections, concepts remain isolated points. With connections, they begin to form a map. And once we have that map, we can do more than remember. We can explain, we can compare, we can predict, we can apply an idea to a new situation. That is the difference between memorization and understanding. This also explains why someone with a strong foundation often learns new ideas more quickly. It is not simply because that person has memorized more facts. New concepts have somewhere to connect. A new idea can be compared with something already understood. It can be distinguished from a similar idea. It can be placed inside an existing structure. Learning becomes easier when the mind already contains a network of meaningful relationships. A strong foundation is not a larger pile of information. It is a better organized structure of connected concepts. So when you study, do not ask only, what does this term mean? Ask, what does it connect to? What does it depend on? How is it different from a similar concept? What can it explain? What changes when this concept changes? These questions connect information, they reveal structure, and they help principles come into view. This is how memorized facts become usable knowledge. Knowledge is not measured only by how many facts we can remember. It is revealed by the relationships we can see between those facts. Understanding does not begin when another definition enters the mind. It begins when one concept connects with another. Knowledge begins when concepts connect. Today, we focused on one passage from Knowledge and Concepts. To read the complete poem and the full reflection, visit RealIdeal on Medium. You'll find the link in the video description. Exploring study through poetry, the philosophy of study. This has been RealIdeal.